Good morning, everyone. Um, Thank you for joining us for Erica's first class with us for Focus on Health reFOHcus, which is our National Wellness Month programming that um, actually LP, for the most part, completely put together and came up with. So thank you, LP, for this really incredible month. And thank you, Erica, for being here to teach us and kick our core into action. I'm like slightly dreading it, but slightly excited. And also, of course, thank you, Robin and Beam Suntory, for sponsoring this week of wellness programming. So we talked about it a little bit on the Instagram Live, and in case anybody wasn't there, reFOHcus is programming that is designed to open up the world of wellness to everyone. So the idea is that there's so many different paths of wellness, and it's not a cookie cutter situation. You know, everything is different for everyone. Everyone's receptive to different styles of wellness, and then that's okay. And it's important to kind of like find your path and find what makes you feel fulfilled when it comes to wellness, because it's not the same for everyone. So the programming for this month is a huge variety of different things that can bring you really awesome, wholesome wellness to your life. So last week we had Simone. She did a lot of Reiki and meditation. And then Erica has some really awesome programming for us this week. And today we're going to engage our core. I'm hoping it's kind of like a little core power core exercise, because at least then I'll know what to expect, but who knows?
Won't be too crazy. I'll give options. But
Well,
yeah, if we're ready to rock and roll, let's dive into it. Like I said, I'll give options, but the core is really a part of us as we're all females here. I guess I can say that, but definitely as women, that we know is essential, but we also tend to shy away from. So we're just kind of flow through and take it at your own pace. If you need to take a child pose, that is a pose, the legitimate pose, so go ahead and take it. And we'll just get into the body. So let's start off in just a comfortable seat on your mat. And let's roll your shoulders down and back a couple times. So I want to just kind of really get into the shoulders, especially after sleeping. They can kind of hold a lot of the tension. So a couple times backwards. And then you can choose to close your eyes or keep them open. It's up to you. Just sit the spine up nice and tall. And I like to think of a string pulling from the crown of your head all the way up. So you kind of lift up with the chest and lift up with the top of your head. And as you do, let your shoulders melt down a little bit lower. And we're just going to start to breathe. So relax your inner thighs, relax your legs to the floor. Relax your shoulders, maybe the muscles in your face, and start to come into your breath, into your surroundings and your awareness. Breathing in through the nose, and a long breath out. Deep breath in through the nose, long breath out. And start to activate into the deep part of the belly in through the nose. Expand the rib cage. This time hold at the top. Longest exhale yet. And then just slowly drop your chin to the chest. And keep the spine tall, but let your head weight down just a little. And then slowly open the eyes, take in your surroundings, and lift your head back up to a neutral position. We'll take a little bit of a head roll here. So one way, doesn't matter which. And then reverse the direction. Let's take it back the other way. And then arriving back to center, should feel that nice grounded feeling right from your sits bone. So if you need to move away some of the booty flesh, go ahead and do that. And feel that connection of your sits bones down on the floor. And we're going to just start to do a cat-cow right as we're seated. So rounding the shoulders, pull the belly in. And exhale, bring the chest forward. Be super nice and proud of that chest. Inhale. And exhale. You can be really dramatic here. rounding the shoulders. Exhale, bringing the chest forward. One more time. Exhale forward and then bring it back to neutral. We're going to take it one direction and start to get really into the upper body and make big round circles. So you're going around the front of your knees all the way back 2 or 3 times. Just really bringing that chest forward and then reverse direction. Let's go right back the other way. And you can really exaggerate here, get nice and big, and you'll start to feel from the very center of your body all that energy start to wake up. Really nice one in the morning. And if you're like me, and you have old lady hips, you might feel some cracks going on. And then just find center again. And we're going to take your hands behind your back, roll over your ankles, and just lift the hips slightly. So you get a little bit of an arch in the back there, rolling over the hips, and then come on back. Let's roll our legs out from under us and come into tabletop. So first position, tabletop, nice and easy. Just stack your shoulders right over the wrists, hips over the knees, and we're going to take your right leg back. Extend out through the heel. So you're starting to warm up that calf muscle, right leg back, and pull in from the belly button. Take your left arm forward. Reach with both parts of the body. So your left arm is reaching forward, right heel is reaching back. And we're going to start to lift that right heel off the floor. Keep pressing back with that right heel as if you're pressing into a wall behind you. And then as you exhale, bring elbow to knee, round the shoulders, crunch it in. So keeping your balance, inhale, extend, reach long, exhale, crunch it in, elbow to knee. Really pull that belly button in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round the shoulders, pull it in. And then relax, come on back to tabletop. We're going to tuck your toes underneath you. Stack those shoulders over the hips again. Lift the knees 2 inches off of the floor. So now we're hovering, starting to really warm up through that belly button. Belly pulls in, shoulders over the wrist, and hover. Breathe in, really pull in from the core. Exhale, lower it back down. Let's take your left leg back. So find length with that left leg. Get right into the calf muscle, just like we did on the other side. Reach your right arm forward. So we're extending through both sides of the body. See if you can touch whatever's in front of you and whatever's behind you. Lift that back heel. Flex the foot. Get really strong. Exhale, round, connect. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round and connect. Inhale, extend. Last time. Exhale, round and connect. And then come on back to your tabletop. Open the knees wide. Find child's pose. Reach your fingertips forward. Forehead on the floor. Kind of rock side to side a little. This is a great one to get into your hips. So if you want to shake the weight left and right, just kind of move. And then find stillness here. Breath in through the nose. Exhale out. Let's shift forward again. Briefly into tabletop. We're going to walk the hands forward a touch and find downward facing dog. So heels come to the mat. Now let's walk it out a little. Let's get right into those legs, warming them up. Bend the knees, alternate left heel, right heel. Walk the dog. And then bring both heels to the floor. Rise up onto your toes. Squeeze your calf muscles, send your chest back to your thighs. Exhale, heels to the floor. Inhale, let's take your right leg high. Square the hips. Exhale, round the shoulders, bring right knee into the nose. Really pull it into the chest. Now we're gonna lower that shin, tap the mat, and exhale, bring it back in. Lower it down, tap the mat, exhale, hug that knee in. Last time. Tap the mat, bring it in, step the right leg all the way back. Good, deep breath in here. Exhale, bring that right leg all the way through. Step it through, low lunge, drop your back knee to the floor, reach your arms up, Anjaneyasana. And then bring your hands to your heart. Good. So lifting up with your heart, we'll take your left elbow, we're gonna get right into your obliques now and take a little bit of a twist. So turn, look over your right shoulder, and keep that elbow to knee connection so you've got a little bit of resistance between your leg and your arm. Lift up with that chest, and you can stay right here if you want for a breath, or if you want to kind of take it up a notch, lift that back knee, squeeze the bum. Back knee is off the floor, you're turning, pulling that core in nice and strong. Beautiful. Exhale, bring it back down. If that knee was on the floor, go ahead and lift it off the mat now. Press through your front heel, reach up, find crescent. A little bit of a bend in that back knee. Nice work. Breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Reach your hands back behind you. Inhale, reach the arms back up. Exhale, let's bring those hands down to the mat. Take your right leg back, find plank. So first, plank pose. Pull that core and really press the mat away from you. Find length in the spine. Option to lower the knees for chaturanga, otherwise lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's settle into your down dog. One breath here. Exhale, heel to the mat. Inhale, left leg high, starting to really move with the breath. Exhale, round the shoulders, bring knee to nose, hug that knee into the chest. We're gonna lower it down, tap the shin to the mat, barely, bring it back in. Twice more, lower it down. Press that mat away. Inhale, lower last time. Exhale, pull it in. Step back, three-legged dog. Deep breath in through the nose. Flex the heels, square your hips. Exhale, step it through. Low lunge. Good, drop that back knee to the floor. Reach up. Get nice and tall. Exhale, hands to the heart. Lift up with your heart. Right elbow is going to come to the outside of left knee. Now, if you had your knee on the floor last time, stay right here as well. If you lifted it up last time, let's make it even. Lift that back knee off the floor. Squeeze your right bum. Turn, look over the shoulder. Nice work. Bring the hands back down to the floor. If the knee wasn't lifted, go ahead, bring it up now. Reach your arms up, crescent. A little bit of a bend in that back knee. Stay lifted in the chest. Exhale, reach your hands behind you. Inhale, reach the hands back up. Nice and solid. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Step back. Blink. Nice work. Pull that core in. Super strong. Lower down. Option knees to the floor or off the mat. Up to you. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Let's take a bit of a breather here. Lower those knees to the mat. Hands under the shoulders. And find tabletop. So we're stacking in tabletop again. Lift those knees, pull the core in. We're hovering for a moment here. So take your right leg back. Take your left leg back. Right leg in, back to that hovering tabletop, left leg in. Left leg back, right leg back, left leg in, right leg in. Step it back to plank. Downward facing dog. Good. Shift forward again. Find plank, and we're going to lower to those knees. So I'm going to start on my left side. You guys can do the same if you like. I'm going to take your left leg out to the side and take your right leg straight. So we're coming into a supported side plank. Your right arm's going to lift up. Take a look up at your right thumb. Now, if this is a little challenging for balance, you want to take your left leg out to the side. So we're supporting our side plank for the moment. Bring your right hand behind your head. So we're finding length in the spine, shoulders stacked right on top of each other. We're going to take your right elbow to your left knee, crunch, tap the knee, bring it back together, down to the floor. Twice more. Exhale, round. Bring it back, stacking that shoulder. Last time, bring it back. If you want to take full side plank, go ahead, do so now. Extend your right arm long, lift up through the hips, and squeeze those legs together. Maybe you can take that top leg high. Beautiful, nice job. If you want to take a little bit of a travel with that right hand underneath your left hip, reach for something there and then bring it right back up. Nice work. Let's bring your hand back down to the floor. Plank pose. Lower down to low plank. So we're going to stay here just for a moment. Clasp the hands. Make a little triangle with your arms at the top of your mat. And then press back as if you're going into down dog. Walk the feet forward. Find dolphin. So the heels come to the mat. Chest goes back towards the thighs. Breath in. Exhale out. Pull the belly button into the spine. Shift forward. Walk those legs all the way back. We're going to come right back up to high plank. And then back to your low plank. Alternate hands. Left arm first. High plank. Back to your low plank. One more time. High plank. Back to low plank. Make that triangle again. Let's find dolphin. Pull up through your abdominals. Walk those feet forward. Breathe out. Good. Go ahead and bring it back to that low plank. And drop the knees to the floor. Let's find tabletop and come over onto the other side. So right hand down. Sorry, you guys are going to just see my butt for this one, but hopefully you got it from the other side. Left arm's going to come up. Now stacking those feet, really press down through the left foot down into the floor. Stack your shoulder, lift your left knee and tap it to, right knee, tap it to your left elbow. Exhale for 2. Exhale for 3. If you want to stay here, you're welcome to supported side plank or step that right leg right underneath your left. Stacking those shoulders still. Maybe you lift that top leg. And maybe you take that top arm, reach underneath, and stack it right back up. Lower your top leg, bring it back to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice work. Let's look forward, bend the knees, and walk to the top of your mat. Let's take a nice, good, juicy forward fold. A little bit of a reprieve. Maybe bounce the head a little. Inhale, halfway lift. Shine the heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, root to rise. Reach those arms up and over. And exhale, hands to the heart. Nice job. Inhale, reach those hands back up. Exhale, forward fold. Bring it back down to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let's step it back, plank pose. Move through a vinyasa, which is a lowering down to chaturanga. Upward facing dog. You can always skip that and come straight to downward facing dog, up to you. Work with your body this morning. Let's flow a little. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, round the shoulders, knee to nose. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, lower down, find plank. Roll over those legs. Right arm lifts, side plank. Unsupported if you can. Good. Let's take right hand back down to the floor. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, back to plank. Roll over those legs to the right. Left arm lifts. Unsupported side plank if you can. Take that left hand back down to the floor. Downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Let's step it all the way through. Challenge yourself this time. If you can, keep that back leg off the floor. Come straight up into crescent. Exhale, hands to the heart. Lift up with that heart. Turn left elbow to the outside of your knee.
Who's that?
Use your back leg. Inhale, find extension. Exhale. Inhale, root to rise. Reach those arms overhead. Exhale, come all the way back.
Oh, she's teaching it?
Hands to the floor. Step your right leg back. Lower down. Move through vinyasa. You can skip, like I was saying before, if you want to go straight to down dog. Skip it, come back to down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it through, low lunge. Squeeze your back leg. See if you can keep that leg off the floor. Reach up, find crescent. Exhale, hands to the heart. So strong, you guys. Right leg to left knee. Find that twist. Lengthen the spine. Squeeze your right bum. Full exhale. Inhale, reach those arms back up. Exhale, pull your core in, reach back. Inhale, hands come back up. Exhale, back down to the floor. Step your left leg back. Move through vinyasa or skip it. You can go straight to downward facing dog. Love it.
Hey, Google, stop.
Walk your feet all the way to the top of the mat.
Hey, Google, stop.
Make your way to the top of the mat and forward fold. And inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold again. And we're going to take your feet out nice and wide. So about the width of your mat, heels in, toes out. I'm going to face you guys just so you can see. Lower your hips all the way down to the floor, find Malasana. Beautiful. If crow is in your practice and you want to go ahead and take crow, you can do that. Otherwise, you're welcome to stay in Malasana. So if you're going into crow, just parallel the feet. I find it easier to do coming from a forward fold, paralleling those feet out. Hug your knees into the tricep area instead of outside. A lot of people go outside, which is easier at first, but it makes it harder in the long run. Triceps here, lift maybe one foot, maybe the other, maybe bring it back down. If you're in Malasana, wonderful. We're just gonna lower all the way down to your bum once you're done. We made it to the mat. Usually a good sign. We're gonna bring those knees up, find supported boat pose. So lifting up with the heart, if this is not too much on the lower back, see if you can release the legs, reach your arms forward. Nice, breathe in, lift through the chest, lower your left leg down, keep your right leg where it is, reach forward. One more breath. Exhale, switch the legs, right leg comes down to the floor, left leg lifts, lift up with the heart, bring both those knees back, lower it down, low boat pose. You've got this, breathe, almost there. We're gonna hover, we're gonna shake together, and then we're gonna lower everything down to the mat. Hug your knees into the chest, give yourself a little rock side to side. Good, we're gonna take your right leg straight, left leg long. So lay it down on the floor to begin with, and our right leg's gonna stay strong and long up ahead of us. Now we're gonna lift your left leg about 2 inches off the floor. Point the toes on both. Take your arms up overhead. Exhale, reach for your toes on the right leg. Lift up, keep reaching. Now reach past the knee. So we're coming down halfway down the leg. Breathe in, and then come all the way down the leg like you're reaching down towards your left toes now. One more breath in. Exhale, reach the hands all the way back. Take a breath in, find length, and then exhale, do the whole rainbow sweep all the way down. Nice job, lower it down. Let's switch the legs, left leg up. Right leg rests on the floor to begin with. Let's reach your arms up overhead. Left leg is straight up, pointing to the sky. Lift your right toes off the floor about 2 inches. Exhale, reach up to your left toes. Breathe in. Exhale, bring the hands down, reaching right past the knee. Breathe in. Exhale, bring the hands down. Now you're reaching for those right toes. Breathe in. Exhale, reach those hands all the way up, lower back, reach back behind you. Exhale, do the whole rainbow sweep all the way down. And then lower it down to the floor. Bring those legs in. Give yourself a little bit of a rock side to side. Nice work. Lower those feet to the floor. And we're just going to make our way back up into the seated position. So come on up, however you want to get there best. And we're going to take your favorite leg, cross it over the other. Plant your hands on the floor. And this is just going to really be a seat lift. So you're going to lift up through your bum. See if you can keep those feet on the floor. I like to come up onto my knuckles, totally up to you, but it's going to come right from the base of your belly. So take a breath in, roll shoulders back, exhale, lift. And you're going to come up off of the floor as best you can, and then lower it back down to the mat. Now, it doesn't matter how far you get off the floor, it's more so just that you can lift the bum and lift the legs. So we're going to try with the legs next. Switch the cross of your legs. So it's a different cross on front. Take a breath in, and then exhale, lift up. See if you can get everything off the floor, even just for a moment. Bring it right back down. You can try a couple times here. Breathe. That's why I like to use my knuckles. I have a little bit more space to lift. Nice job. So let's relax. Bring those knees back up to Navasana boat pose. Lift with the heart. Roll your shoulders back. Again, if this is okay on the low back, release your hands. And we'll stay here for 3 breaths. Just 3 breaths. You guys got this. If this is accommodating and easy for you, maybe you extend the legs long. Find full Navasana. We're here for another breath. So close, you guys, almost there. Exhale, pull that belly in nice and strong. And then lower those knees to the mat, round your shoulders. Give yourself a hug. Nice work. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, round the shoulders again. Maybe give yourself a little bit more room this time. Good, let's make our way all the way down onto the mat. Brief Shavasana. Since we earned it, we sweat a little bit. Got the body rock and rolling. Hug your knees into the chest. Let's take your left leg long. Spinal twist before we roll ourselves into our beautiful Shavasana. Take your right leg across the body. Reach. Look over your right shoulder. Let your left leg just drop. Allow gravity to do its work. Breathe in. Breathe out. Using those side obliques, start to bring that right leg back to the chest and switch them. Left leg comes in, hug it in nice and close, and then roll it over to your right. Look over to your left. Big breath in, long breath out. Use your side obliques to bring your leg back. Both legs hugged in. My favorite pose, let's finish up. Happy baby, so maybe you extend the legs, grab hold of the big toes, lower through your lower back. So make sure that the bum doesn't lift off the floor. You want to keep it down on the mat. And if you want some movement, take it. If you want to keep this a still happy baby, you do what works best for you. And just coming back to the breath, allowing the chest to swell and rise. And exhale, lower. Slowly lower those legs down to the floor. And take up space. I encourage you to take up as much space as you have wherever you are in your living room, your room. Roll your shoulders underneath the back and bring the palms to face upward. Palms upward signify a readiness to receive energy, a readiness to receive good things coming into your day, and a surrender. So taking a moment to just find the breath again. Find the rise and fall. And allow it to come nice and easily without any pressure. And as you do, see if you can tap into different muscle groups and tell them to relax a little more. To feel the earth underneath you, to feel the support of the floor, your mat, and your body. And gently coming back into your awareness, maybe start by wiggling the feet and the fingers, the toes, circles with the ankles, and then roll over to your right or left side, whichever side is calling you today, and press up into a comfortable seat on your mat. Cross-legged or legs underneath you, whatever works best. And let's feel that connection to the core again by breathing. We're going to take 3 breaths together. So inhale, lifting with the heart. fill the belly. Exhale, release it all. Pull that belly button into the spine. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Last one, breathing it in. Exhale, releasing it out. Bringing your hands to your heart. We lift our heart to the sky, bow our chin to the chest. And our hands to our third eye. May you take this peace, this strength, and this light with you throughout the rest of your Monday. Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone. It was really nice to see some faces and other names. Hopefully this was a good little jam warm up for you, and you can rock on for the rest of your Monday.
Thank you so much, Erika.
Oh, welcome. Any questions you want to rapid fire at me? We know we've got a little past our time, but.
Thank you so much.
So welcome. Great work, everyone.
Thank you.
All right. Hopefully I'll see you guys Wednesday.
Yes.
Cooking class.
So Wednesday, same time, if y'all want to join us for a cooking class, and then Friday for a yin, which if y'all are anything like me, you could use a little yin and less yang. So, all right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Beam Suntory, so much for this wonderful week. And we'll see y'all on Wednesday.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.